Hi! You probably opened this video because you're having doubts about getting Laevatain in the final hours of her banner. How do I know? Well, I kinda procrastinated on making this video, so you couldn't watch it any sooner. Whoops! Anyway, let's get right into her review. Laevatain is a hit striker using swords. She's designed to be a hyper carry, meaning you want to build a team around her, where she can deal the most damage possible, while the rest of the team cheers her on from the stands, and let me tell you, she's really good at that. If you don't care about a character like that, you can just turn off the video now. There, I helped you decide. For those who stayed, let's move on to just what she brings to the table. As of 1.0, Lei is, without a doubt, the best main damage dealer in the game. She deals very high damage, both in AoE and single target, and if you care about the current meta, she is definitely an operator you want to get. But if you're not convinced yet, let's discuss her strengths and weaknesses. Pros: very high damage, great AoE coverage, decent survivability thanks to her talent. Cons: extremely ult reliant, restrictive team building options as she relies on external hit infliction, and poor weapon choices. Now I'll explain all these aspects in detail. The first pro is pretty self-explanatory. She deals big numbers good. Lei has barely any utility outside of some combustion application, which is cool if you want to use an enhanced Wolfguard skill, I guess. So her nuking everything off the surface of Talos 2 really well is a pretty big deal. As for AoE, this is where our favorite redhead truly shines. Her entire playstyle is focused around getting enough energy for her ultimate so she can melt everything. And because that ultimate costs a whopping 300 energy, it is very important to get those enhanced skill stacks as fast as possible, so she can get a third of that with just one skill cast. And you know how she can get them fast? By getting a bunch of schmucks grouped up and setting them all on fire with your supports, so she can reap those sweet hit inflictions with a final strike. Now that doesn't mean she's bad in single target, she's still really good there, it's just that you will have to work a little bit more for that ultimate of yours, extending your rotations a bit. As for the survivability part, Lei has an emergency button that she presses whenever her HP goes below 40%, that gives her a very significant damage reduction and HP regeneration for a few seconds. Quite nice, isn't it? Unfortunately, it has a 2-minute cooldown, but any less would probably make her immortal when she's supposed to be a striker, not a defender, so fair enough. Now for cons, let's cover the most noticeable one by far, her ult reliance. This character is all about her ultimate, and only when it's active can she truly shine as a damage dealer. The problem? It costs 300 energy, which is way more than anyone else in the game right now. Fortunately, as I mentioned before, she gains tons of energy from her enhanced skill and combo skill, which has a very low cooldown of 9 seconds, so it can be worked around somewhat easily. But it's still a weakness, and it will make your damage profile over time look something like this, so just keep that in mind. Also, during her ultimate she can't perform finishers for some reason, which kinda sucks too. As for team building, Lei is a hyper carry, so building a team of mostly supports complementing her kit is a given, but considering it is literally the first patch of the game and she also needs good hit application from her teammates, you don't get all that many choices as to what to play with her. Fortunately, most of the characters that work well with her are easily attainable, but you may not always want to be forced to use them with her, especially if we get any double team game modes in the future. Still, it's mostly fine for now. The only high demand operators played with her are Ardelia and maybe Antal. Unless you're planning to play Wolfguard hyper carry, you should be alright. Lastly, weapon choices. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. If you want this character, get her signature weapon too. Unless you are choosing the sword from the battle pass, you're not getting much from any other options, unfortunately. Alright, now time to get into the clairvoyance territory. Is Laevatain future-proof? Based on my experience with ARPG gachas like Genshin, Damage dealers, and especially hyper carries, are generally most prone to power creep, because their niche is just dealing a lot of damage, so when a new character comes out and they can deal even more damage, that previous one becomes redundant from the meta perspective. That being said, Hypergriff has a good track record with keeping old characters viable in Arknights, so while I do think Lei getting power crept at some point is inevitable, I don't think that's coming anytime soon, and she will still be a perfectly viable operator to play. So if you want to have the strongest damage dealer in the game right now, don't worry, she will probably stay here for a while. At the same time, this is literally the first patch, so if you don't really care about her, don't worry either, because soon I'm sure you'll have many other options for your damage dealing needs. I mean, hell, even now there are quite a few teams that aren't too far behind her. So the final question: is she worth pulling for? Short answer, yeah, she is. Long answer, if you care about the current top meta, she is definitely a worthy pull, as the team that uses her as the hyper carry is, generally speaking, the best team in the game right now. If you feel like you're satisfied with slightly worse teams that don't need her and would rather wait for the meta to evolve a bit more, as it's still very early in the game's life, you can skip her and you'll be fine. Obviously, if you just really like Laevatain or Surtur from Arknights, then go get her. I'm not sure why you're even hesitating. You like this character and she's like the strongest operator in the game right now, so just go for it. And yeah, that will be all. So thank you very much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you found this video helpful. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye!